Damion, Chris Alvarez from ABC7. Tomorrow marks the 1-year anniversary of Kobe's passing. What do you remember about that day at practice? And is there a particular game that you remember watching, like where you were when you saw Kobe, or your overall impressions of Kobe?
Well, about the day, it was, we were here, we were in practice, we were going through our normal pre-practice stuff. 4 lines, whatever, 5-ball shooting, 5-on-0. And crazy. It was crazy. There was some rumblings of guys, saying, "Oh, Kobe died," and everyone was kind of like playing it off, like, all right, like how earlier in the year they tried to kill Lil Wayne, or you know what I mean, like social media trying to kill someone. And that was a tough day. We all, the music stopped. We were all just there. It kind of just, we were silent for like 10, 15 minutes and no one said anything. I can close my eyes and vividly remember every single thing, and then kind of just cut practice short, went home, and guys were like, man, like this stuff's bigger than basketball. Go, spend time with your family. It's tough. And then just the impact that Kobe's had. He's one of the greatest players of our generation growing up, seeing him literally fight through injuries, fight through everything, the success, just, and knowing that, one thing, obviously the Mamba mentality, but it's like the work lies as long, the success lies in the work. So, as long as you continue to stay diligent, you do what you're supposed to do, you work, it's all going to pay off. And he's one of the best players ever. And I know, it's tough for all of us in the basketball community, but he didn't just cross over. He wasn't just in the basketball community. He crossed over in every community. It doesn't matter, white, black, Asian, Latino, soccer, football. Kobe has a major influence on all of it.
Amen. Nico, Chris Alvarez from ABC7. It's been a year tomorrow when that Kobe passed. What are your memories of that day, how you found out, and did you ever meet Kobe in person?
Yeah, I actually got a little story. I was like 10 years old, I think. It was actually at the Jazz Arena. The Lakers had just beat the Jazz in the Western Conference Finals. I think it was a Game 6. And my dad worked for the Jazz. He did the pre-half and post-game shows. So I'd get to the arena usually 2 or 3 hours before the game, go sit on the bench, watch guys warm up. I'd get to meet guys. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I was, 10, 11 years old. So after the game, Kobe was my favorite player. So I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I want to meet Kobe. He was like, well, you know how to get down to the hallway where the locker room is. He's like, go down there. There's going to be a lot of people, but if you want to get his attention, try to say something in Italian because he speaks Italian. So I went down there and said something in Italian as he came out. He was the last one out of the locker room. He was wearing an all-white suit. I said something in Italian and got his attention. And he came over and just got on a knee and talked to me for 10 minutes, just about everything, asking me how school was, how basketball was, what my hobbies are, just had a full conversation. And for him to be one of the best players in the world and take last one out of the locker room and take 10 minutes out of his day to just come get on a knee and spend time with me just really opened my eyes. That is bigger than basketball. He made a memory for me that will last me a lifetime. And he's done that for countless people. So, of course, that day was sad. I found out I was in my bedroom, and I saw it on Twitter. I was getting ready to go to practice at Arizona, and I called my dad, and I was like, is this real? He's like, I don't know. And kind of waited a little bit, and more news started coming out, and found out it was, and called my dad again. I was crying. I didn't have a personal relationship with Kobe, but he's an influence, and he's one of the reasons I played basketball, one of the reasons why I love the game. And I could say that for a lot of people, I'm assuming. So he had an impact on everybody, not just basketball players. Can't even put a limit on who he touched. So rest in peace. I know tomorrow's the 1 year, so it'll be a rough day, I'm sure, around the league. But I think looking at the positive side, he touched so many people and helped so many people's lives that it's hard to go through.
Hey, Nico, this is Rich with Let's Go Warriors. Just real quick, was that conversation with Kobe like all in Italian?
No, it wasn't. I got his attention in Italian, and it ended up being in English. But it was cool because I at that time I didn't know Kobe spoke Italian, and my dad knew. My dad, I think, played against Kobe's dad in Italy a while back. So he just said, if you see Kobe, just try to yell something in Italian and get his attention.